Have you thought about retiring in the Sacramento area? Well, you're not alone. I run into people all the time that are thinking about retiring here. And in this video today, I'm going to go through some of the places that keep coming up in Folsom and El Dorado County that people love to retire. Hello, my friends. I am John Jackson, your friend in real estate here in the Sacramento area. I love to help families in Sacramento County, El Dorado County, and Placer County land in what I believe to be the best place in Northern California. So if you're interested in learning more about this wonderful place, reach out to me to start a conversation. And take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my channel because I'll keep making videos that are educational, informative, and helpful for you and your family. And take a second to find me on Instagram, where I will consistently help you every week to learn more about this area. You can find me at John Jackson Realty. So let's dive into places around Sacramento that you may want to consider retiring. Today, what we'll talk about is a few places up Highway 50 as you work your way towards Lake Tahoe out of Sacramento that may be awesome considerations for you as you reach retirement age. In this video, we'll talk about regular neighborhoods that might be a great fit for retiring people, and we'll talk about actual retirement communities that are a hit with some of my buyers. So let's start here. Number one, you may want to consider retiring in Folsom. Folsom is a community of about 100,000 people with plenty of opportunity to get outside, enjoy nature, and really enjoy the community. It's clean, safe, well-maintained, and there are lots of walkable trails, there's access to the lake, and lots to do for anybody. One thing people love about Folsom is that it is close to everything. You can get to Sacramento in about 30 minutes. You get to the airport in about 35 minutes. If you go the other way up Highway 50, you're going to get to Lake Tahoe in about an hour and a half. Not to mention all the local stuff that is really fun to be a part of. You have the Palladio Shopping Center right nearby, plenty of retailers, Costco is right in town, and then of course, lake access. You can paddleboard, you can hike, you can go out on a boat. So for housing, there are a lot of different options here, and a retiring family might appreciate the chance to pick something that works just for them. So there are condos in the $400,000 to $500,000 range. Then there are regular family neighborhoods like, say, Briggs Ranch or the Parkway, where you can get a one-story home, maybe 2,000 square feet. It's going to be between $900,000 and $1.2 million. Then finally, we'll talk about this in just a minute, but you can go to a retirement community and get a house for between $600,000 and $800,000, and then you have all the amenities that go with that community. So let's talk about the main retirement community in Folsom, and that's going to be Regency. Regency is a quiet, flat, all one-story neighborhood where the amenities are amazing. So with your home ownership in Regency, you get access to an awesome clubhouse, a pool, a workout facility, and pickleball courts, all state-of-the-art, all really new and modern. Most of the building is new here. This is one of the newest retirement communities in the area. And like I said, one-stories are the key word of the day here, as retiring families often want that for their next home. One thing I've noticed about the 55 plus communities in this area is they are super active. Regency is no exception. There's not only all the clubhouse facilities, but there is a lot of social opportunity. There are always people out walking their dogs. There's things taking place at the clubhouse. There's tournaments and games. So this is where you may downsize just a little bit, but you still want something very nice. The layouts in these homes are perfect for a retiring family, and this may allow you just to slow down, downsize a little bit, and really enjoy a lifestyle. The next place up Highway 50 that a lot of people really like to retire is El Dorado Hills. We'll talk about two retirement communities in El Dorado Hills in just a moment, but El Dorado Hills in general is a great place to retire. With a population of about 45,000, it's slightly quieter and more low-key than next door Folsom. There's a little more space, a little more views, and might feel a little more custom than Folsom as well. So some of the lots in El Dorado Hills may offer you some more space, and as we work our way up Highway 50, that's what you're gonna find. So some of your decisions may come to how much space and how much land do I want. A lot of it is built into the hills, so you get great views of Folsom Lake. You get very mature landscaping, and for the housing, you get all kinds of different housing housing of different styles and ages. The price ranges here are between $800,000 and up to $2 million or more, depending on where you decide to land in El Dorado Hills. A lot of people that are retiring may choose Serrano Country Club. Serrano Country Club is a gated community that is perfectly manicured and is also low maintenance on the home. A lot of retirees pick this community because it's located surrounding a beautiful golf course. It's very walkable and it's close to everything you need, including shopping, medical, and anything else in and around El Dorado Hills and Folsom. But Serrano's not the only place in El Dorado Hills that a retiring family may want to land. Some may choose Blackstone on the south side of the freeway. Some may choose Ridgeview or Governor's Village on the north side of the freeway. Then of course there are two 55 plus communities in El Dorado Hills, and a lot of my buyers love them. So first there is Four Seasons, and second there is Heritage. Both of these communities have great amenities, access to a clubhouse, a pool, and social activity. Again, these neighborhoods focus on one-story living with very walkable areas because they know that retiring families want to be active, outside, walking, enjoying the outdoors, and having friends to do with. So at Four Seasons and Heritage, there are plenty of opportunities and plenty of great amenities to take advantage of. So El Dorado Hills may be the place for you if you want a little more privacy, maybe a little bit more luxury, and you don't mind being just a little further away from all the things like shopping and restaurants and all the things that you like to do. Now let's talk about two more places. The first being Cameron Park. So Cameron Park, we're not going to talk about a 55 plus community, but we are going to talk about a neighborhood and a town that is really friendly to retiring people. A couple things about Cameron Park that people really love. Number one, a lot of times you have even larger lots. Number two, Cameron Park is more affordable than both El Dorado Hills and Folsom, but it's not far away. It's only 2 or 3 exits up the freeway. Here you can also find a lot of one-story houses. Very typically you would find a 1,600 square foot home with a really nice established backyard, big trees, nice mature plants on 1/3 of an acre. And the pricing here is going to fall between $600,000 and $900,000. So just a little more affordable depending on your situation. So Cameron Park could be for you if you want a little more space, if you want to be just a tad bit further out, and if your budget is just a little bit lower than Folsom or El Dorado Hills. Finally, let's talk about one more place that people sometimes don't think about for retiring, and that is Rescue and Shingle Springs. A lot of my retirees, when they're looking for a home, one thing they tell me is, we just want some space. They may have gotten out of the hustle and bustle of the Bay Area or of Southern California and lived in a place where they didn't have a big yard and they just want peace and quiet and they want some land. So that would be where Rescue and Shingle Springs come in clutch. These two places are just beyond Cameron Park on Highway 50, and they are going to provide all different types of housing and lots more land and space. Here you're going to have rolling hills, you're going to have homes on acreage, and you'll have generally quiet roads. So a typical home here may fall on 3 to 5 acres and be 2,000 square feet. Some retirees would say that's perfect. They can tinker, do things out on their property. A lot of the homes in Shingle Springs and Rescue are not particularly in neighborhoods or tract type of situations like Folsom especially. They are more custom type homes or semi-custom homes that are really out in space. Now in Rescue and Shingle Springs, you will have some insurance concerns because you're starting to get closer to the woods and closer to the forest. So the insurance does get expensive as you get out towards mountains just a little bit. Now the pricing here varies wildly because it totally depends on how big your house is, how nicely it's finished, and then obviously how large the land is. So I see homes in Shingle Springs and in Rescue for anywhere from $700,000 up to well over $1.5 million. So these places, Rescue and Shingle Springs, are perfect for people who want semi-rural living, who don't mind being a ways away from all the conveniences, and it works great for people who want extra space, land, and some quiet. So here's how I would break this down amongst the communities that I've mentioned in this video so far. If you want walkability and convenience, take a look at Folsom. Not to mention Regency at Folsom, which is a high-end 55 plus community. If you want views and a little more luxury, take a look at El Dorado Hills, and make sure that you look at Four Seasons and Heritage if you want that 55 plus experience there. Then if you want a value and a little extra space, well, why don't you check out Cameron Park? And then finally, if you want some land and really some privacy, you're going to want to take a look at Rescue and Shingle Springs. So what are your thoughts on what we've talked about today? If you were to move up to the Sacramento area tomorrow, where would you settle if you were retired? And if you've already made that move, where did you settle and what do you think about it? Regardless of your situation, I would love to talk to you about it and see if this area may be a good fit for you. Again, subscribe to my channel so you can keep receiving good info about this awesome area that might be a good place to land for you. I cannot wait to see you on the next video.